Hello, and welcome to today's video where I talk about the process of putting my somewhat successful business on pause. So, I have been running my trading card shop for over a year now, and don't get me wrong, I love it. But just with the things that are changing in my life, moving, and with, where I ultimately want to get in life, I kind of need to put this business on pause right now. As much as I absolutely love it and it's making me money, but it's becoming more of a distraction from my long-term goals. And so right now I'm kind of trying to wrap things up and just kind of put it away for the time being. Obviously though, I this has been a more recent decision over the last month, and so all the months previous, I was working on building this business up, expecting it to be a little bit more of a long-term thing. And so with that shift kind of in goals and stuff, it's a lot. I have to basically undo, a lot of stuff that I was setting up and slow a lot of things down, which is okay, but it comes with some unique challenges. And so, yeah, today I'm kind of discussing where I'm at with that. There's some things that I feel like I've gotten figured out really well, and other things that I'm just like, I don't know that I'm really doing this right. And so a lot of what I'm doing right now is liquidating. So I have so many cards, tons of sealed products, singles, and bulk, and it's just stuff that it's like I need to kind of get rid of. Some of the sealed product, I will probably, if I don't sell it all, it's like I can just save that and store it for the future. But a lot of the other stuff, it's like it just takes up so much space, and it's not really like it appreciates in value the same way that sealed product does. So it doesn't make sense to keep it. And so I'm spending a lot of time right now just trying to go through things and essentially figure out how to best sell them. And it's hard because I feel like that takes so much effort, but I also am just so driven to start pursuing the new direction that my life is going. And so it's like there is a lot of need to find balance between those two things. And essentially, kind of what I've felt very strongly about is that I just need to get my card stuff wrapped up sooner rather than later. But I don't really want to undercut myself and sell things for a lot less than they're worth. I can't be losing money. That just doesn't make sense. And so I'm trying to work quickly, but also strategically. And so I've been spending a lot of time just going through stuff and essentially getting it ready to sell, because a lot of the things I have are like collections of cards that I've bought, and I have to sort through them and figure out how to sell each individual part of that collection most effectively. And so that is a lot of work, especially when I've bought as many collections as I have. And so I'm like, I don't really know how much priority I should put on each different aspects of collections, what things I really need to worry about more. And so it's very much so been a learning process, and I still have a lot to kind of figure out and work through, but it's a learning experience. Legitimately, that's what it comes down to, and I am learning a lot from it. Though I, at the same time, I really want to start doing more to help support my husband's business, which is what I'm going to be working with him moving forward, and I know that he definitely needs the help. There's just so much to be done. But obviously there's a lot to be done with liquidating my inventory. So it's interesting trying to find the balance. I've had a lot of conversations with ChatGPT about okay, so what should I be prioritizing right now? And ultimately it's I can't really divide my attention too much between different things. So as much as I want to be shifting over to helping with my husband's business now, it's I kind of also just have to focus on getting my stuff out of the way first. And unfortunately, sometimes my social media does get in the way of that just a little bit, because it's another distracting factor. But the thing with my social media is it's the one thing that is that I have going on now, and that I also am going to be continuing to do. And so it's I essentially probably need to be putting less effort into the social media. And I already kind of have I used to respond to every comment on every platform, and I just haven't been doing that for a little while now. And it makes me sad because I want to be responding to you guys. I love seeing your comments and getting to talk about random things in the comments. But it's like I just can't prioritize that right now with what's going on. With the things that are already, vying for my attention, it's really hard. And so while I will continue to create content, I definitely am not going to have as much time to focus on it and really like interact with you guys as much as I want to. Of course, it's going to be a temporary thing. Once I'm done with my business, I will have a little bit more time for that as I'm shifting towards helping with my husband more. It's just this awkward where I'm trying to kind of do all three that just doesn't make a ton of sense, and it makes it difficult. But it's interesting. It's teaching me a lot about like prioritizing and how to find balance, which is honestly so important. And really with like closing up my business, I think balance is honestly the most important thing. Because there are days where I'm just like I want to just work for 12 hours straight and just power through stuff, but I have to find the balance of also taking care of my body because if I just power through and work for 12 hours, I'm going to be so burnt out that it's going to be a struggle to wake up the next day. And so it is legitimately this whole process over and over again. It's like this is about balance. And so yeah, that is what I'm figuring out is when kind of closing a business, you have to find balance. There's the balance between, your current ventures and future ventures. There's the balance between getting as much done as possible and taking care of yourself. And there's also just the balance between what things really matter about having time given to them and what things honestly can I kind of like put more on the back burner or just kind of rush through. And I think a lot of life is that way ultimately. Life is about balance. You're gonna have the most success when you're balanced. You can't just put everything, it's like don't have all your eggs in one basket. You have to have them in multiple baskets. And sometimes it's confusing to figure out how many eggs to put in each basket. But, figuring out which eggs go in which baskets is kind of part of what makes it so important to learn. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at now. For any of you that have owned and run businesses and had to like liquidate or downsize or, end your business, I would love some guidance and help because obviously I'm learning a lot through experience, but it does always help to have just a little bit of advice and guidance. So this is your opportunity. Give me some advice, or even if you never have before but have some ideas that might be beneficial, feel free to comment them. Anyways, that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.